So, Lewis, congrats on Skincare. I really enjoyed the film, and your character you're playing is a life coach. That's like an instant red flag when I hear that occupation. What was your prep for this role like? Did you look into any like real life coaches, especially those that are more of projecting an image than who are they really they really say they are?
Yes, yeah, great question, Tyler. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, and it was really fun, because obviously there are some great life coaches out there, and then but there are few too many bad ones, and so that was obviously the route I was looking into more was it's clear that he is an entrepreneur of sorts, but he's like a jack of all trades, master of none, sort of. And yeah, it was really fun to be able to kind of like I think there's that scene where I do get to do some life coaching, and we weren't sure how much we were going to use of it, and so Austin just kind of let me go for it, and I was just kind of summoning all the many a life coach sessions that I had experienced in the month prior. And yeah, just coming up with there's so they love a good analogy. And so, but some of them are literally, if you like listen to it, you're like, that doesn't make any sense what you're saying. And so try to put in some of that. And I thought it would be interesting. When we were first talking about Jordan's voice, I thought trying to figure out how he sounds or like the people that maybe he respects and how they sound. And I started listening to a lot of like interviews of Justin Timberlake because not that he's a life coach, obviously, but he has a beautiful voice and it's kind of seductive and sort of soft and slightly effeminate. And I thought that I was like, what if he, 2013, like, I don't know, what if he was obsessed with Justin and like was trying to kind of, because he sort of is a chameleon and sort of uh, will replicate certain people that he's looking to mirror them or something. And so but we ended up tuning that down a little bit, the Justin Timberlake voice, but it came out a little bit when he's doing his voice coaching, which I thought was pretty funny.
It is funny, and I love that you mentioned how there's a lot of talking in circles because it really doesn't cut the mustard if you really like look at what they're saying. But if you say it confidently enough, if you say it in eloquently enough, like people are just completely fooled.
That's the key right there. That's sort of honestly, that's everything that's at the nucleus of Jordan is like it fake it till you make it kind of mentality.
And I love Elizabeth Banks' performance here, and you both get some excellent scenes together. What just really stood out about her as a scene partner and getting to see her go all out. And I know she's great in comedies, but it's so nice to see her just have such a juicy, dramatic role here.
God, I know, isn't it? It was like, I mean, when I read this, I knew that she was attached to it, so I could easily imagine her doing it. And I was like, it's one of those roles where you're like, nobody else, who else is going to be able to lock into this like she did? And she did it, even better than I ever imagined. And so, yeah, it was like every day a masterclass just of her. She's so, she works so hard. She's a hard worker and has such a good work ethic, and knows so much about, she's a great director as well, so she's like cool to watch how she breaks down how she a scene and kind of how she approaches it, but she's also like a very joyous person, and that makes, the more joy there is on a set, the more relaxed everyone is, the more free they are to try things out. And I think that really she set the tone, and so it was one of the great joys, for me getting to work with her.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And my last question for you, you were just at San Diego Comic-Con and Thunderbolts had such a big showing. You have to be so secretive about these projects. So how was it just seeing the crowd really respond positively to it and getting to see that work starting to pay off?
Oh man, that was incredible to be able to have a seat at that table. My heart stopped when I walked out on that stage. It's a beautiful, I mean, all those people that were in there were so kind and so like, it's just like, it was cool to be able to see we worked so hard on the movie and then to see, face to face the people that love it so much and why we put so much work into it and how appreciative they were even before it's come out. But just to get to see that, I was like, all right, yeah, it was all worth it what we did. I'm excited for them, everybody to see it.